Mark in San Francisco. How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing good, Mike. How you doing tonight?
Um, let's just move on.
Okay. Well, if you want to hear some dire news, let's talk about Snyder in Michigan and the water the lead in the water
In Flint,
Flint.
yeah. I heard
Isn't that
today.
something?
I heard he apologized.
Well, I don't know if that's going to do anybody any good.
Well, it's not. I mean, the kids are going to stay poisoned, but I don't. What I didn't get, Mark, is why is the governor apologizing for a decision made by the city of Flint to switch over to the Flint River to get their water supply instead of where? I don't know where they were getting it before that.
Well, don't they have an emergency manager?
Oh, does Flint? I know Detroit does.
I think Flint does, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is that how the decision was made?
I believe so. Yeah.
In order to balance the books in Flint, let's make sure about, I don't know, 200, 300, 400 kids eventually develop blood disorders and cancer in order to balance the books.
I think that's partly where the apology came from, but I could be mistaken. But I believe that the emergency manager was the reason
I
to
see.
switch the water supply.
I see. Okay.
So that's one thing there. Then you look at what's going on in Kentucky with this Matt Bevin. He wants to take away Obamacare,
Yeah.
and he wants to lower the minimum wage. So I mean, this goes on and on and on. I mean, it's unbelievable how this Republican Party can just devastate people time in and time out.
You know,
And
Mark, I can't call them a Republican Party anymore. I have to refer to them as American fascists. These are not Republicans, and I sometimes wonder what hell portal opened up in some swamp somewhere in this country, and all these smelly demons came pouring out and are now running the government. Hold on, Mark. Let me put you on hold and come back. No, I can't. I can't call these slime Republicans. I can't do it. I knew some Republicans. Republicans were friends of mine. These people are not. Wait a minute. Somebody else used that line, didn't they? We'll be right back. 21 past the hour. We're talking with Mark in San Francisco. All right, where were we, Mark?
Well, you didn't want to call the party in question by what they represent themselves as, the Republican Party. So,
Yeah, I just can't do it anymore, Mark.
well, I know that Ray Taliaferro used to call them anti-American perverts. So that's one description of them. There's other descriptions, but it's a family program, so I can't really say what I want to say.
I hear you.
But anyway, it's unbelievable. The best foreign policy candidate is Bernie Sanders because he didn't want to go to Iraq. He's the one that showed the best judgment out of anybody.
Right.
And he should be touted as the one person that you would want to be in the Oval Office to make decisions about going to war.
Absolutely.
So I think that needs to be played up.
But you know what? The filthy, stinking media in this country, and I mean all of them, MSNBC, CNN, all of them, they still would rather promote fight night between Trump and fill in the blank. That's all these sons of bitches care about. As soon as Trump opens his filthy, stinking mouth and insults somebody else, the media jump on it right away, especially television. Oh, Jesus Christ, they can't wait. Every morning, okay, who's he going to tell? Oh, he got Bill Clinton this morning. Ooh, let's devote a whole bunch of time to him today about what he said about Bill and Hillary. So why would that medium, television, pay anything but just the basic lip service to Bernie Sanders? Sanders is an honest-to-God leader with honest-to-God ideas about how to solve some of these problems. They don't want to hear that, Mark. They want this juvenile street fighting with Trump. They promote it. This is what they want.
I know, and they're trying to legitimize candidates at a party that basically is an insurgency that wants to basically turn the country over to the 1% and corporations totally, and have complete takeover by rigging the voting system, eliminating people from the right to vote, and just taking over the country and destroying it. And the media is playing the huge part in all this, and they're legitimizing a party that's basically destroying the country and has destroyed the country. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this in my time on the planet either. I just haven't. I understand that television is a visual medium, and they're going to go where the fires and the plane crashes and the bullet wounds are, and some loudmouth prick like Donald Trump who gets off insulting anyone that he can. I understand that's what television, that's what they do. That's why television is such a filthy, destructive, mind-numbing medium, because that's where they go. They don't try to go somewhere to educate or enlighten or help us understand things. Television could do so much, but they won't. They never have. Newton Minow called it a vast wasteland back in the 60s, for Christ's sake, 50 years ago. The head of the FCC, Newton Minow, he knew what television was. And it's only gotten worse.
We have a candidate in Bernie Sanders who is actually coming up with great answers to all the problems in this country, and he's being basically muzzled. And not only that, but you know how radio is all across the country. All you hear is this hate and these lies, absolute lies, is what you're getting from these candidates in this party known as the Republican Party to most people. But that's all you're getting, and the truth be damned. The truth tellers, they're to be muzzled. They're not to tell the American people what's really going on. The Hardmans, the Malloys, the rest of the truth tellers, they're to be muzzled in this country. And the only thing we're hearing, Mike, is lies. They're lying, and they're getting away with it.
And they've done a good job of muzzling anybody and everybody who tries to point out that the house is burning down and we ought to find where the water buckets are, rather than standing there saying, oh, look, the house is burning down. But I don't know. All right, Mark, I hear you. I always appreciate what you have to say. Thanks a lot for calling in tonight, all right?
Yeah, have a happy New Year, Mike.
Okay, you too, Mark. Take care.